He just makes me laugh. Like, he can be completely goofy, and he has this, like, he can do a Kermit voice.
Piggy! She's just a fun person. I mean, she and I both goof around with each other, which is a big plus for me because I'm a goofy guy. There'll be a song on the radio and she's never heard of it, but she tries to sing it, and it's just a total nightmare. It's so funny.
Pretty much our songs, any Eric Church, he's, over the years, he'll text me and be like, oh, this one reminds me of you, this one reminds me of you. So, yeah, we have the She Loves Me Like Jesus Does is one of the main ones.
I thought kind of connected well with us. It was an Eric Church song, Love Me Like Jesus Does. I think that's the name of the title. But just talking about like how his special someone has stuck with him after dumb mistakes or faulty errors that he's had in their relationship. How this one girl stayed with him, like it's unbelievable. So that kind of stuck with me.
We love dogs. Both of our families have 2 dogs each, so we eventually want to get a dog once we have a yard and everything. We're open to big dogs. I always thought I would be a small dog person, but yeah, we're open to any kind of dog, really.
Well, we first met at an Appalachian State tailgate, football game tailgate, and I was with a group of my friends, and we stopped by one of her sorority sisters' tailgates, and that's where I met her. And we talked for maybe 5 minutes. Her dad's from Gastonia, I'm from Gastonia. Had a little connection there, and then we parted ways. But I remember leaving that tailgate saying, "Man, whoever gets her is a lucky guy." And then over the course of a year or so, my fraternity and her fraternity group of friends started hanging out, and she and I built a friendship, and then eventually that friendship led to a relationship, and the relationship led to dating, and then now we're here. So
we both went to Appalachian, and it was kind of just, we're both in a Greek life sorority fraternity, and we just happened to cross paths through similar friends. And I mean, he always seemed to be having a good time and fun, and I mean, we had a little joke, since he's from Gastonia, he kind of would, come up to me, and we found out that since my dad's from Gastonia, we had that in common, and he made up a little Gastonia handshake and taught it to me and made me think that I was like in on something. That was the Gastonia handshake, and I was learning something, but it was just a way for us to laugh because there was really obviously no real handshake for Gastonians, so.
Took her to a Japanese restaurant.
We still buy the same shrimp sauce they have there and like cook with it for dinner. I remember when I get nervous, sometimes I'll kind of make a noise, and I'll kind of go like, and like if there's an awkward silence, and he called me out on it because I kept doing it because I was.
We do go to app football games still together on a regular basis. Well, when the season's there.
We don't miss really a single game, and if we're not there at the game, we're watching it on the computer if we have to, or TV somewhere. So that's definitely something we like doing together in the fall. Just with how supportive he is, I got into grad school my senior year of college, and so I told him that's what I wanted to do, and I would be in Radford, Virginia for 2 years. And I mean, it was never a question of if we would stay together or what. It was, I mean, he was just as excited for me and supported me through all of it, and he's just always been someone to kind of make me feel good about myself.
The trail that we took leading up to when before we got engaged with her going off to grad school, having a long distance relationship, that really was a test. Not that I was, okay, if we fail, it won't happen, but it was a good test to our relationship, and it showed me how strong it was. And pretty much after she graduated from grad school, I knew for sure. I already knew, but once that was over, I was like, yeah, this is definite.
It was May of last year, and we were going down to my parents'. My mom's family had a beach house, and so we went down there with some friends for the weekend. And I had no clue. We were hanging out on the beach all day, and then we went back to the house to get ready for dinner. And another one of our couple friends was coming over with their new daughter, so I was just excited to be able to hold a baby and get to meet their daughter.
And I knew that I wanted to do it there because I knew how special that beach house is to her. And so with the help of some good friends, we planned it out to where they had a dock leading into the channel from their porch. And with their help and everything, they planned it. We all gathered at the dock before we went out to eat. And my cousin and his wife acted like they still need to get ready. And then our two other friends who had a young newborn baby, they're going to play it like the kid had to use the restroom, but actually it used the restroom right on cue, so that worked out perfectly. And so it just kind of left me and Steph there. I was kind of worried that she'd want to go back in too, and I was just like, let's sit here and hang out.
We all decided to go out on the dock and have some drinks before dinner, and each of the couples found a reason they had to go back upstairs, and I was still clueless, and so we were kind of just staying there watching the sunset. And he said, "I love you," and started to get kind of like giggly, which I always knew when he was about to pop the question I would be able to tell, because he has like a nervous laugh, and so he started giggling, and I kept asking him what, and then that's when he got down on one knee and asked me to marry him.
And then I started giggling. Like that awkward giggle, because I didn't know how to transition into it. It was interesting. But finally, I took a step and proposed, and she was excited and shocked, kind of. And then it was funny because there were some bikers across the channel that were witnessing this, and they started cheering, which was funny. I still, to this day, she never said yes. She never answered. So, I mean, we're going on with wedding planning, so I'm assuming that means yes. I don't know. She never gave me a solid answer.
We had talked about spending the rest of our lives together, so I knew it was eventually coming, but I did not expect it. And, it was all a blur. I can't really remember what we both said. I just know I grabbed him and kissed him, and he claims I don't even know if I actually said yes, but of course. I was just nodding, and I was just so happy.
Well, her looks was one, and then beyond the looks, there was a great person there and someone I connected with, again with her personality, and we just thought we matched up very well.
Just his passion about everything. I mean, whether it's his work, he works really hard at his job, or, if it's sports or anything. About me, I guess he's just very passionate about the important things.
That she's a fun woman. She's outgoing, and she knows how to put a smile on your face. She's extremely hardworking, and she's dedicated to whatever it is she's doing. I envision us, having a family. I'd love to have some kids. That we're happy. We don't need everything in the world, but as long as we have each other.
Well, we both come from families with 2 kids, so I think more than that. I don't know if we're ready for that many kids, but yeah, probably 2, 3 tops.
I'll always be there for her. She can always come to me with anything, and then despite anything that happens or whatever troubles may come, that I'm always there for her, and I will always be there to support her through thick and thin.
I'll always be there for him no matter what, and anything, any of his goals, anything he puts his mind to, I know that he can do, and I have all the faith in the world in him, and I'll be by his side through everything.
I call her Muffy. I don't know where that comes from. She calls me Booger Bear. I love you, and I'm extremely excited. So looking forward to what our future holds with each other, and I know it's going to be a good one. Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Love.
Mr. and Mrs. Love.